the fuck? Where the hell did he come from? Holy shit, brother. Hello guys, and welcome. Today we are playing World of Warcraft, and I just can't say how happy I am that I finally reached level 50. Yeah, not 60 yet, but 50, you know. It's been actually really an enjoyable experience. Honestly, World of Warcraft even today is probably one of the best social experience out there. You know, I totally understand when, you know, people come home from work and they just wanna unwind and, you know, they just wanna play some single player games like Elden Ring, but man, there's something so enjoyable when you just see so many people running around in the open world, and there's just so many of these good moments you experience when playing with people, mostly good, some bad, you know. And hey guys, and welcome. Today is a national day of assholes, so we have to call as many people out as we can, seeing people that are being assholes. Okay, so let's start with, you know, this guy. This is supposed to be, you know, the biggest WoW classic fucking series out here, but let's be real, guys like him are actually the reason why 90% of content creators on this platform get no views anymore. Why? Because most of their top liked comments are actually just promotional accounts, right? You can check the creation date. You see I opened 4 top most liked comments, and 3 of them are fake promotional accounts, right? And then he's coming to my World of Warcraft community, making it impossible for 90% of WoW content creators to get any views anymore because of the shit they do, because this is how they got popular, right? It really feels, you know, such a lively game, and I'm really happy we can still play World of Warcraft today. And for 13 bucks a month is not that bad of a deal. I must say, you know, my experiences, you know, playing Shaman until level 50 have been overly really positive, you know. So many good small moments, and it feels such a good community interaction, and it's never really boring. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me, bro, no? You know, and you can always combine multiple form of content. Even though we still don't have battlegrounds, we still have to wait like 1 month for battlegrounds. I still feel like I have always something to do, and you have always something to change up, right? You can do dungeons, you can do quests for dungeons, you can do some open world questing. You know, sometimes I even, if I'm like only 1 level off to reach a next tier of dungeons, I can also go for some, you know, I go for some boosting, and I actually have, you know, just AFKing and talking with people, meeting some really cool people over here, and I really appreciate that, you know. And now we finally got level 50 Shaman, man. I never got like level 50 with Shaman. My max was I think like 35, and it's a really enjoyable experience. I'm thinking about going to Elemental, you know. And the good thing about Shaman is that you also have a lot of magical damage. So even if you're fighting mobs that are like 3 levels above you, you can still do a lot of consistent damage, which is really, really good.
Our first of 2 Horde quests begins in the Swamp of Sorrows from Fezrel in Stoneheart. Fezrel will give you Pool of Tears, which simply requires us to collect the artifacts in the lake surrounding the temple. Upon returning to Fezrel, he will give us the Atalai Exile, sending us to the hinterlands.
Honestly, if you expect multiplayer elements and PvP from outdated guys like Miyazaki, you guys are up for a rude awakening. They can barely make anything more than glorified AI-made console games. Jesus.
Our ancestors be praised. Strength and honor.
And yeah, we have been doing some marathon, we have been doing some really cool dungeons lately. I just at level 50 I finally unlocked Temple of Hakar, and then at level 52 I'm gonna be able to do Black Rock Depths, which is gonna be insanely good. We are finally getting to the late game, boys, you know. And I haven't really seen many bots, honestly. Like, just even though we have, you know, layers, there's so many people running around. The world really feels alive, and it really feels good as a progression, you know, especially if your real life is not that good and you have problems. And games like this can really give you so much motivation and feeling of progression. It's really amazing, actually, because we as a human beings, we need to have something, some goals in life, right, to keep us going, right? You need to have meaning in life. And World of Warcraft is arguably probably one of the most complete game ever created. It's not like those, you know, Elden Ring games where you have no social or multiplayer elements, no true replayability beside artificial single player elements and forcing players to replay the same thing over and over again. I think that's one of the biggest problems with Elden Ring or Path of Exile too. They have no PvP, they have no true replayability, and people don't realize that PvE and PvP elements are interconnected, right? PvP is actually the reason why many people grind PvE, you know, to get all these cool items and then later try them against other players or bosses, right? You can try different builds, and you know, I think it's very important that you have goals and you have something that you look forward to, you know, because sometimes it's really hard to grind those levels to reach the next tier of dungeons. You know, sometimes I was really demotivated, you know, but you know, especially because a lot of people play and sometimes these zones are quite populated. But in my opinion, that wasn't really a problem. In my experience, it was actually really enjoyable seeing such an open and lively world, so many players running around. I mean, this is what franchise like Monster Hunter or Final Fantasy are supposed to be, right? A complete game where, you know, return back to the city and the city is alive, so many players running around. You have innovations like taming monsters and then riding them around, proudly showing them to everybody else. And you have leaderboards, rewards, you know, achievements. A lot of games today don't really have that, like Smite, Marvel Rivals. There's not many skills and achievements you can do by playing the game, so there's not much reason to play the game. I think this is one of the biggest problems with Smite. Like, they removed rewards, they removed the rank arena scene, they don't organize online tournaments. You get no rewards for playing the game, right? You have no achievement rewards, no mini chests for winning games, and so on and so on. No skin rewards for playing ranked, you know. You know what? You know what is funny, guys? You know what is funny? This guy can barely tank one pack of mobs, and then he's gonna ask if people need a ring, right? I understand if you're like level 53, you know, but when you are like level 47 and you just barely cleared the full dungeon and you're already asking people if they need a ring before, or if they say yes, you're gonna instantly kick them or not even gonna invite them, of course, right? I mean, these are the guys I'm actually gonna roll neat against, even if I say no, because they're just a greedy little cunts, you know. Look how much damage is he taking from a single pack of mobs, and then he has the audacity to ask people if they need a ring, or he kicks them out, you know. Yesterday I had level 54 druid. He didn't ask for shit. I literally greeted for him, because he was a good tank, he was high level, he did this run so many times, you know. But when you are level 47 and you demand from people and just kick them out, no, that is not how we're gonna play, bro. So many warriors think they are the main character and they can do whatever they want, right? You can be a main character without being an asshole, in my opinion, but hey, that's just me.
It's too far away.
He doesn't even have like a good trinket. I farmed for my trinket. I had to do elite quest for this hit trinket, and then this guy is just gonna Yeah, do you need a ring? I'm level 47, I can barely tank a single group. You know? Jesus, man. This guy can barely tank a single pack of mobs, and then he's gonna reserve the ring, right? Or otherwise, if you say yes, he'll just kick you from the group. Get fucking real, mate. And you know, people say that boosting is a bad thing, but you know, usually you just boost, you know, 1 or 2 level to reach the next threshold, like level 50, so you can start doing dungeons. You know, in my opinion, that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. The problem is when you have a lot of gold and you just boost yourself to max and then go straight to raids, right? Also, if you are doing Mara boost, don't be that guy that pays 15 gold for a single run. I just spent 8 gold per run. You know, a bit less mobs, but 8 gold is very good price. Or 10 gold, you know, maybe 12 gold, but 15? No way, man, no way. This guy is getting too shotted, man. And then he wanna reserve the ring, right?
My mana is low.
Also, guys, don't forget, one of the most important stat in this game is defense. Okay, that's why you wanna play like enchantment shaman when you level up, because you're gonna face tank a lot of mobs and you're gonna level up your defense. If you're just gonna play range class and, you know, healer all the time, you're not gonna level up your defense. And basically what defense does, it makes you harder to hit. And let's see, higher defense makes you harder to hit and makes monster less likely to land a crushing blow. So very good, you know, very, very good. Yay! Now at level 50 we can actually do Sunken Temple, and at level 52 we can do Black Rock Depths, which is gonna be very, very good. You see, I don't really have gold to boost, but sometimes you really need that 1 or 2 level just to reach the next threshold of Dungeon Founder, so you can actually join groups, you know. And that is what is it good for, you know. But honestly, man, like World of Warcraft, the only thing that really divides me when it comes to World of Warcraft is that this content was made 20 years ago from passionate people, and how many of these guys are still working for Blizzard today, you know? It just feels like, I mean, this is what really capitalism is based on. Is based on how long can we keep up the illusion, right? But eventually a lot of these platforms like, you know, Reddit and YouTube are so mismanaged that 90% of us have no chance anymore as a content creators and so on, if you have no intentions of manipulating your viewers and algorithm. And that's, I feel like gaming and esports and content creation now has been dying for a few years, which really sucks. I didn't even know if I wanna make this World of Warcraft video, you know, because it's pretty much pointless. Like, I get no views because I don't use countless of promotional accounts to push my video to the top. I only get, like, if I post in World of Warcraft groups, you know, in Facebook groups, you know. I'm also banned in World of Warcraft Discord, you know, because if you ever call those mods out, they just ban you, you know, they don't care. And also how divided are, I mean, there is literally no good reason why did they had to delay Battlegrounds for 3 months, because Battlegrounds are arguably the most fun when you level up, because there is no twinking, no heirlooms, and you can try your class and you can play against other people that are similar level and they don't have, you know, all this twin gear already, you know, getting gold channeled by their max characters and such. And when it comes to PvP content, the World of Warcraft was always mismanaged. I mean, you can just look at WoW Cataclysm Classic today. You have tokens. We don't have a single balanced PvP English server on EU. So literally, the whole game was built around World PvP. There is nothing like that. There is also no low-level PvP because we only have mega servers now, where most people are already max level. So you are forced to pay for these over-expensive character boosts that totally destroy theory crafting and so on and so on. We still have divided Blizzard forums. After 20 years, EU players can't even comment on their forums, you know. things like that. But you know, I must say my overall experience is very good. Like, it's a great game, great community. Sometimes you find a few assholes, you know, but that's pretty much it, you know. So let me know what you guys know. What is your level currently? And we're gonna get an open world honor system soon, so it's gonna be very hard to level up. Even though I think there are some limitations, like if you kill under level opponent, you don't get that much honor, right? This is, I think this is what it should be, so people won't just spawn camp low level PvP, because again, these games are designed around numbers, right? So 1 or 2 level difference, okay, but once you have 3 level difference or more, you have like 15% miss chance, you know, with basic attacks. So you know, it's very hard. But I can't wait to get my shaman to 60. Like, I have full mail armor, I have shields. In TBC, if you ever go to TBC, I'm also gonna get the dual wielding as a shaman and a blood berserker. You know, it's amazing. You know, and Wind Fury is so fun, and your buffs are so amazing. Everybody wants you in your group. You know, there is a problem on Horde side. There is a big problem with getting tanks. You know, because I mean, yeah, we have warriors and we have druids, but Alliance has way less problem with tanks because they have paladins, and many people play paladins, and not many people play druid Tauren, you know, in a Horde side. You know, you mostly have those warriors that just stay in berserker stance and spend they never go defensive stance, you know. And you have a lot of these guys who hard reserve some items, you know. Like, I understand if you're like a tank that are 5 level above your group and you hard roll one item because, you know, that's the only thing you're here, and you're also giving all the items and experience to the other party groups. Okay, that's cool. But when you barely are able to tank one pack of mobs, and you are already asking people when they join your group if you need an item, and if you say yes, we're gonna kick you. No, man, that's not how we roll here, you know. Actually, you know, a few days ago I was actually in a dungeon with a druid. He was like 5 levels above us, and I actually greeted on that good ring from Mara because he deserved it. He was a good tank, and you know. But when you have assholes like who are, you know, barely in a level range and they can barely tank mobs, so then they just stay in berserker stand all day long and put pressure on healers, and yeah, I'm definitely needing on that if I need it. I mean, I need items if I need items and if I'm gonna use them, right? I have been leveling as enchantment, so of course I also need some of such items. It's no problem, right? It's gonna be probably a problem when I try to get that trinket, you know, Hoi, you know, from Borada. So we'll see. But you know, but you know, such drama also makes it more fun sometimes, you know, and just be considerate of other players, you know. Like, you can get such a good, meaningful experiences like that. Don't be a selfish asshole, you know. And this game is really great in my opinion. It really brings the people together. It's a 20-year-old game, and it probably has better action combat and social elements than most games today, so I'm not really feeling bad about, you know, paying monthly subscription to it. But even though monthly subscription is outdated, and it's also, I also feel bad because, you know, why pay Blizzard now? Because it's not like Blizzard today made this game. It's people who worked for Blizzard 20 years ago, and how they treated 50, how they treated Trackful, you know, let's not forget that. So, but you know, I still enjoy this game, so let me know what you guys think. Have you have any enjoyable experiences? What is your level currently, you know? Let me know in the comments, and I hope I see you in the next one. Matisse Dualities signing out. Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video. I was part of Smite community for 10 years, and if you go on YouTube now, you can barely see any Smite content getting any views, you know. And it's not really surprising because the game is so mismanaged. They just abandoned Smite 1 for the last 5 years. They literally just removed content from the game and divided the community on every corner. And the reality is, a lot of these big content creators are not really enjoyable to watch, you know, because half of them, you know, they got ahead by being handpicked for pro leagues, or they manipulate algorithm and their viewers on social media to get on the top. You know, they call themselves world champions just to get views, you know, but let's be real, you know, most of these guys are not really enjoyable to watch, you know. And then they get so, you know, they get so, you know, they always say, wow, I'm the best, you know, but they never won any real tournaments or rankings, which is not really their fault. It's actually the company fault, because they're incapable to organize a simple online tournaments for Conquest or Arena in the last 7 years, you know. And then what can you expect, you know? It's not just their fault, you know. The game is so mismanaged, it's embarrassing, you know. But let's believe, a lot of these guys who usually appear at the top of, you know, Twitch, YouTube, got there by cheating and manipulating their viewers or algorithm in some way or another, right? You can just go on Twitch and you can always see, like for example, your League of Legends section, and you can see usually guys who appear at the top are guys who use view bots, or they call themselves world champions, you know, but they never really were, because they never really earned it. You know, because if you call yourself pro or world champion or whatever, you're gonna get 3 to 5 times more viewers. There are people who got more viewers in 1 year than guys who make content for 7 years, because they literally got handpicked for pro leagues, not earned, handpicked. That's why nobody takes content creation in esports seriously. It's just designed for scammers and manipulators, really. And who wanna deal with that, you know? I mean, if you just look at some of these titles, you know, full cap, blah 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 blah, you know. I mean, I know this is what they do, but at the same time, most of these guys cheated their way to the top. Meanwhile, 90% of smaller Smite content creators got no views because of them, because they call themselves pro players even though they never really were, and because they manipulate algorithm and their viewers and making it almost impossible for 90% of other content creators to get any views. And that's the today reality of content creation. It's not about who's more creative or anything like that. It's just about how big of a scammer and manipulator you are. And that's why I don't wanna be YouTuber anymore. It used to be my dream. It used to be something I love, but now it's just who's the biggest scammer. Because this is how these platforms in this capitalism age are designed, that only scammers and manipulators can make anything out of it. And that's the sad reality. That's why eventually the whole ecosystem will collapse, because people will realize they have no chance anymore and it's just a waste of energy. That's why esports and content creation has been dying for years now.